Alright guys, so I'm super excited. Glock has just released their new Glock Tactical Light 2. They released this at SHOT Show this year. And we're going to be unboxing it, talking a little bit about it, reviewing it, and seeing if it's worth it. Alright, the moment everybody's been waiting for. Let's unbox this thing. So, right off the bat, it comes in a little tiny Glock case, which I really like. I thought that was pretty cool that they did that. And there she is, the weapon light herself. But before we get to that, let's set that aside. Let's see what else we got in here. We have a push pin, which I'm assuming we're going to need that later, and something in this little baggie. Extra parts maybe, or replacement parts. I'm not sure, we're getting to that later. And a battery. So that tells me right off the bat, it's battery powered. Alright, here's a couple facts about this light. It's got 600 lumens of brightness. It's got 3 different modes. It has constant, temporary, and strobe. And I'll show you guys all those different modes later on in the video. It's all hardened aluminum. I know it kind of looks plastic on the camera, but trust me, it is all hardened aluminum all the way around. The battery life on this thing is approximately 70 minutes on average. So, honestly, that's pretty good in my opinion. That's not that bad for a pistol light. Some guys, I mean, if you're running this thing more than 70 minutes straight, you're the type of guy that carries batteries in his backpack anyway. So, I mean, you got nothing to worry about. And one more thing about this is you don't see any screws anywhere. There's no screws because you don't need screws to put it on, which I honestly love. I hate messing with all that stuff. Always gets loose or breaks or you got to replace it, you know, whatever. This, no screws needed, and I'll show you guys in a little bit how that fits on the Glock. Now that we got this bad boy unboxed, let's put on some guns. This is my Glock 19 Gen 5. I know she's very pretty. She's missing one thing though, she just needs a light. As you can see, there's nothing in it. Mag's empty. So, one thing I love about this light is it just slides right on. And all you gotta do is put this little tab in here and push it. I mean, that thing's solid. It's not moving. There's no wiggle room. There's nothing. As you can see, it's very streamlined, right? There's no sharp edges. It all just kind of molds into this 19, which I honestly love. The only problem with aftermarket lights is they're for a multitude of guns, you know. This light is for a Glock, so obviously it's gonna fit a Glock like a glove, and it does. It looks absolutely amazing. All right, for our next comparison, this is the Glock 19X MOS. Nothing in the mag, nothing in the chamber. Quick little story about this gun. This thing took me forever to get. I mean forever. It got released back in January of last year, I think. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, I gotta have it. So I called so many different places. Every single gun store I called, they were like, no, we can't do it. We can't get it to you. Nobody has it. And I was like, what is going on? I called so many different places. I even tried to like order it to the store, you know, and pick it up from there. And they're like, we could do that, but it'd be like 9 months. And I'm like, 9 months? What? I was like, I can build it in that amount of time. But anyway, long story short, I got it through ZX Guns in Goshen. They hooked me up. They got it for me. So shout out to them. But more about the light. That's it. She's pretty. This is the normal light mode. It's quite bright, actually. I will not lie. Just for a little reference here. Quite dark in here. Yeah, I love it. It's awesome. In order to use temporary, I found out you just hold it. Simple as that, you just hold it down. Because one tap, it's this. And then one tap obviously off. And then when you hold it down, that's temporary. As soon as you let go of that, off. All right, the last mode, number 3, my personal favorite, is the strobe. And to engage the strobe, you double click on either side. And that's strobe. It is so bright I can barely even sit here. Now we'll do a POV. This is normal. And this is strobe. That was my review of the new Tactical Light by Glock. If you guys enjoyed this review, leave a like. And also, if you haven't checked out my last video, do that. We did hollow points versus full metal jacket. We blew some stuff up. It was pretty cool. So, until next time.